Well, St Peter and St James Hospice became part of our family's life and our family story when my husband Martin was diagnosed with terminal cancer. It's not a situation any family wants to be in, but we were supported throughout our journey with that by the hospice. Initially, my husband Martin talked about where he wanted to die. I think he felt it was important to keep control of things that he could make decisions about, and he decided he didn't want to die at home. We had young children, we had twin daughters who were 3 at the time, he was 46 at the time, and he didn't want to die at home, but he had a perception of hospices, an incorrect perception at the time, that hospices were for older people, and so he decided he wanted to die in hospital. But over time, he got to know people here and they got to know him because he had medical appointments here, and he also ended up having a stay here about a week when his condition worsened. And during that time, he got to know the people here, and I think it's the people here that really make the difference. They got to know him personally as an individual. They treated him as an individual. They treated him with respect. They got to know us as his family, and through that, the trust built between him and the hospice, and also he got to know more about the wide range of services that the hospice offers, and as his illness progressed, he was given drugs that allowed him to live for as long as possible at home, to be comfortable, to be pain-free. When he came in here, we were able to park outside. We had plenty of time to be able to come and spend with him. Our children were made extremely welcome. 3-year-old girls are quite noisy and quite exuberant, but we were never made to feel that their exuberance was inappropriate. They got to enjoy coming here because they like to come and have a look at the donkeys. If we needed to leave Martin's room, they were able to go and have a look at some rabbits, have a look out the windows and see what they could spot in the garden. And various services throughout Martin's illness allowed him to keep control of things that he could keep control of. So, for example, he used the welfare services, and they helped him to sort out financial things, fill forms in, allow him to put things in place that he didn't want me to have to deal with and worry about. And when he was here at the end stages of his illness, I was able to stay every night with him overnight. I think it was great that if visitors descended all at once, they were always made to feel welcome. We always found more chairs for people. There was never a limit on only 2 people by the bed. When Martin was in pain, he didn't have to wait for pain relief. He was given pain relief extremely quickly and made very comfortable. So lots of things where I think you feel that you don't have any control anymore. I think the hospice and the services that Martin received and we received as a family gave us as much choice and control as we could have. I also received counselling provided free of charge by the hospice during Martin's illness and after he died, which was invaluable to me to be able to continue to look after my family and to work and to do all the other things that I had to do both before and after. And my children have more recently received some support from the hospice as they've got older. So there's been a whole range of different things that I certainly didn't know about before we started to use the services ourselves. And I've recently become a trustee of the hospice, and I've done that because I always said to Martin, as we got to know the hospice and the people here and all the things that they do, I said I'd like to volunteer and do something myself when I felt the time was right. And I think the best way of me doing that was using my business skills and experience to contribute and to make sure that all of the brilliant services that have been here for the last 40 years are here and continue to develop for the next 40 years, so that families like us in this community have these services here should they need them.